Namaste. Welcome. We have a 1 hour yoga session this morning, or whatever time you're practicing. Doing and playing around a bit with some lunge type stuff. So hope you enjoy. To begin with, we'll be seated. So get yourself comfortable in a seated position. If you like, you might lift up the bottom by placing a blanket or cushion under the bottom. Also, if you have a yoga block or something equivalent, you might find it useful throughout this practice. Not necessary, but it might make it slightly easier at points. So if you do have one, go ahead and grab it, but if you don't stress. We'll be right without. So begin with, get yourself seated in a comfortable position, whether that is crossed legs or perhaps with the legs extended in front of you or with the feet tucked in under the bottom, whatever is going to be comfortable for you. For about a good 5 minutes, we'll be here. So get yourself seated comfortably. I invite you to close your eyes. And just feel the connection that your body is making with the earth beneath you. The contact points. And just noticing the contact points that your body is making with itself. So any area where one part of the body is coming in contact with another. Just scan through and notice those areas. Right through, like even including the top and bottom eyelids. Feel where they touch each other. The upper and lower lips. Beginning to notice right down to the sit bones, where they are connecting down to the earth. What we'll do, with the eyes still closed, is just bring yourself slightly forward, so leaning forward from the waist, hinging at the hips, coming forward, feeling yourself move forward off those sit bones a little. And then we will shift the weight backwards, moving back off the sit bones, leaning out behind you. Feeling the movement of the upper body. Okay, we'll come forward, feeling a shift of energy as we take ourselves forward. And moving back again. And as we come forward, see if you can find the position that feels as though your head is sitting directly above your heart, which is directly above your hips. And that's where we'll stop. Bring one hand, place it upon our heart. On the other hand, just below the belly button. And begin to notice the flow of your breath. If you're not already doing so, starting to breathe through the nostrils. Just noticing the breath out the nostrils And the breath in the chest and the breath in the belly. And starting to take a few deeper breaths. As we take an exhale, feel the belly draw in, back towards the spine. That's our exhalation, that contraction, lower belly. As we take an inhale, feel the expansion through the chest first. Get that support of the rib cage, then allow the breath to fill all through the lungs. Going to keep breathing in this way. We'll bring our hands down and we'll slowly blink open the eyes. And we'll take our hands out to the side and breathing in this same way. As we breathe in, we'll sweep our hands up to touch the sky. And as we breathe out, we're going to add a twist. Don't worry about which direction you're going, just twist. Breathe in, take the hands high, bring the body back around to the middle. And as we breathe out, we'll twist once more, other direction. Breath in, maintain a lengthening of the spine. Breath out, bring that twist through the spine. Breath in, get that height, get that lift as we bring the arms up. Breath out, round we go. As we're going around this time, stop and stay. So bring yourself around into your twist and take a few breaths here, thinking again about the height, that expansion of the chest and that strength we're creating on the inhale. And on the exhale, as the belly draws in towards the spine, create a little bit of space. Perhaps you can draw a little further around in your twist. And we'll take a breath in, reach up, bring yourself back around into the center, and then breath out and we'll go in the opposite direction. Twist it around. Breathing here, feeling that lengthening of the spine on the inhale. As if you're creating a millimetre of space between each vertebrae. And as we take a breath in, we'll reach it up, bring it back around, and breath out as the arms come down, 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 down. We'll just do a few circles into our shoulders. And the opposite direction. And arms out to the side once more, breathing in to reach up, touch the sky. And breath out, we'll bring one hand down, let that shoulder drop as we reach across. Press down with the bottom hand, breathe in up to the top. Breath out, down we go, across we go. Soften that lower shoulder. Inhale and exhale side to side. As we come across this time, we will stay a few breaths. Breathing here as if you're breathing into the side body from the hips up through the armpit, up along the arm to the fingertips. And taking a breath in, bring it up to the sky, and exhalation, over we go. One last time on this side, staying for a few breaths. Breathing through the side of the body. And taking a breath in, press down, lift up strong. Exhalation will come down, and we'll bring our hands around to come near to our knees. We're going to take a seated cat. So as we breathe in, tilting at the hips, feel yourself move forward off the sit bones. Open up the chest. Pull the shoulder blades back towards each other along the back. Take the gaze upwards. And on an exhalation, we move back off the sit bones. Draw the belly button to the spine. Chin drops to chest. So we arch our spine behind us. Inhale, forward off those sit bones. Lengthen up vertebrae by vertebrae along the spine. And on the exhalation, reversing, connecting in movement and breath. Flowing smoothly, fluidly. Completing one last round. Finishing on an exhalation. And then as we take your inhale, we'll come up to a neutral spine and move ourselves around into a tabletop. So that's your hands and knees. So take a moment to set up. Think about the fingers spread out or wide from each other in a high five type hand. And the wrists are under the elbows, which are under the shoulders, and the knees are in directly under the hips. And moving through some cats in this position. So as we take a breath in, the sit bone moves out, the tailbone goes up, belly drops down, gaze comes forward. And on the exhalation, rolling through the spine, tailbone tucks under, belly draws into the spine, we arch our back to the ceiling. Inhale, shifting it forward, let the belly drop, draw the shoulder blades towards each other, the midline of the back. On the exhale, draw that belly in, allow the head to drop, draw the chin to the chest. Awakening our spine, flowing through, fluid. On the next exhalation, as we start to arch our back up, we'll then start to bring the bottom down towards the heels as if we're arching down into a child's pose. And then bend the elbows, and we're pulling ourselves through our arms as we come up, opening our chest and gaze forward. And exhale, get that arch through the back as we take the bottom towards the heels. Inhale, pulling forward and up. So it's kind of like getting our cat stretch down to our child's pose. finishing down in child's pose this time as you take an exhale, dropping the bottom all the way back onto the heels. Let the belly and chest rest upon the thighs. Drop down, surrender into your child's pose. And we'll take a couple of breaths here. Really connect in with the flow of your breath. Next inhalation, we'll come up to our tabletop and exhale into down dog. So bring the toes under, lift the knees off the floor, send the sit bones to the ceiling, move back into down facing dog. Inhale, drift forward, lower the knees, tabletop. Exhale, down go into our balasana, our child's pose once more. Again, as you take an inhalation, we move through to our tabletop. And exhale, sit bones, reach up to the sky. Flow through with the rhythm of your breath. Tabletop, child's pose. Tabletop, down dog. Meeting in our downward facing dog, and we'll just take a little bit of a play around here, pressing the heels as if they're reaching down towards the ground, pressing the hands, reaching the sit bones up, and we can sway the hips from one side to the other and just feeling the shift and vibration of the stretch from side to side. And then perhaps we'll have a little play with really bending one knee so we can reach the other heel to the earth and then swapping it over. Walking off the dog. Again, noticing how the shifts and changes feel through the body as we move from one leg to the other. And then bending both knees so that really get those sit bones up, and then we'll start to straighten a little bit through the legs. And taking an inhale, we'll drop our knees back down to the earth. And let me think, what will I do? Let's go right foot coming forward. We'll bring our right foot around into a low lunge. So we have the right knee over the top of the right ankle and a slant down the left thigh. We'll come onto our fingertips here, open the chest, bring the gaze in front of you. And as we take an exhale, we're going to shift back. So we're coming over the left knee. We're straightening out through the right leg and the right toes point to the sky. Inhale and we shift it forward again. Take that tailbone down, open the chest. And exhale, shift the weight back. We're hinging at the hips. Now you might, as you come back, take your hands back. Walk them forward again as you breathe in, come forward. Let's do one last round, finishing on an inhale coming forward. And take a moment, take a breath. Press down into your right foot, solid into the left knee, left foot. And as we breathe in, we'll come up, hands onto the knee. And option to stay here, option to bring hands in front of the heart, lifting the heart up into the hands, or option to take the hands up overhead. Think about the hips squaring forward, so right sit bone moving back, left hip bone moving forward. And on a exhalation, if we don't already have, we'll bring our hands together in front of our heart. Inhale, lift the heart up through the crown of the head, and exhale, we're twisting towards the right. So we'll bring our left elbow onto our right knee, press those hands together, looking out over your right side. So I should have set up the other way for you here. So it will be like so. Okay, breath in, and I'm going to spin around. We'll untwist again, and bringing the hands down to the earth. We'll bring our right hand on the inside of our right foot, and another breath in. We'll lift up our left hand. So we're opening through the body towards the left side. And on the exhale, we'll bring that left hand down, one hand either side of the right foot. Bring the left toes under, lift the left knee up, and we'll take that right foot back to meet the left foot in our down facing dog. Take a breath here. And using your next inhalation, we'll just gently bring our feet forward towards our hands, so little steps. And on an exhalation, we'll fold down towards our legs in an Uttanasana, forward fold. And inhale, sweep the arms wide. Take a breath in, up to the sky we go. And exhale, come down into our Tadasana. Again, one hand will come onto the chest and one hand onto the lower belly. And I invite you to close your eyes. Feel down to the earth through the feet. Bring the weight slightly forward into the toes. Bring the weight slightly backwards into the heels. Feeling that shift of energy through the body, again into the toes, again into the heels, and then coming centered. Feel each breath. Bringing the hand that's on the belly up, so it's on top of the hand that's on the heart. Set an intention, may I be. What will you invite into your practice? May I be kind, courageous, strong, forgiving, loving, fearless. And we'll bring our hands back down by our sides, opening up the eyes. And with the breath in, take the hands up towards the sky, and as we exhale, bending at the knees, we're folding forward and coming down. Hands drop to the floor, head drops down. Breath in, and we're lifting up halfway, draw the shoulder blades as you reach the crown of the head forward. And breath out as the hands plant, take the weight to the right foot, and the left foot is going to step back. So we're in a high lunge here. So take a moment to set up with the right knee over the right ankle. You're up on the toes of the left foot, so the left heel is off, and we can have whatever bend we need in that left knee. From here, solid down through the feet, and we'll breathe in and come up onto the knee. Hips squaring, so right tailbone back, left hip bone forward. Bringing the arms by the side, And then with the breath in, we'll take them up to the sky. And then we're going to get tricky. We're coming to stand upon our right leg. So a big breath in, and with the breath out, bring the arms back, lift the knee up, and we're in a standing kicky type thing. Exhale, we'll plant back down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, kick. Take a breath in. Exhale, and we plant again. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms back, lift that leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, step it back. Let's do one more. Inhalation, reach up to the sky. Exhale, bring the arms down, bring the leg up. Breath in and out. Bringing the arms high above our head. And then with an exhalation, we'll bring our hands onto our hips. Step the left foot slightly forward, and we'll come to straight legs with both feet completely planted. So think about that left heel being grounded, hips squaring forwards. And we're coming into a Parsva Uttanasana. So it's a forward fold. Options are we can keep our hands on our hips, drawing the elbows back, and that's going to open the chest and lengthen the front of the body. We can take our hands behind so that we're gripping onto our elbows, and again that's going to give us length through the front of the body. If you can, you might even take a reverse prayer here. So they're the options. Straightish through our legs, breath in, we're nice and tall. As we take a breath out, draw the belly in, we're folding at the waist. Right sit bone moving back, left hip bone moving forward. Moving in a way that we're keeping long through the spine. So we don't want to round our back here. We're only moving to a point where our back is remaining straight. We're just going to stay and breathe. And taking a breath in, solid through the legs, and we'll lift ourselves back up and out. Release those arms. We'll step the left leg back again, bending into our right leg. Take a breath in, bring the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, we're coming down so that both hands come on the inside, so inside of the right leg. Thinking about being long through the torso. So from the crown of the head right back to the heel. And actually this is a point where you might have, if you have your block, you might have a block under the hands. Breathing into your hips. Okay, you're not hating me yet, you will soon. Solid down through those feet, and we'll breathe in, lift up, bring the hands to prayer in front of the heart. Solid down through the legs. Breath in, lift the heart up into the hands, crown of the head forward. As we exhale, we're twisting to the right. So we're going to bring the left elbow towards the right knee. Twisting out, looking out to the right side. Keep breathing. Taking a breath in, solid down through the feet. We'll untwist. And bring the hands onto the hips. Bring attention into the right foot. We're going to, if you've got your block, have your block handy. Bring attention to the right foot, lift up the left foot and we're hinging at the waist into our warrior 3. Taking the hand, if you have one, to your block, and we're opening up, if we can, to the left side. Solid down through that right foot. The left hand might be on the left hip. And with an exhale, plant that left foot back down, bringing the hands again on the inside of the right foot. And we'll rotate the left toes, they're coming out to the side. And we're straightening up our right leg and lifting up our left hand, coming into our Trikonasana, triangle pose. Breathing here. Gaze might be out to the room in front of you, down at the right foot or up at the left hand. Again, we can use a block here if you wanted. Okay, nearly there on this side. Take a big breath in, and as we exhale, we're bringing our left hand down. We're rotating on the ball of the left foot, so our toes are back pointing forward, and we're on the inside of the right foot. Right knee is hugging in towards the body, left knee is hugging into the midline as well. And option here to maybe lower down a little bit, so maybe bend into the elbows, possibly even bring the elbows down towards the floor, but we're long through the body from the heel to the crown, the left heel to the crown. Taking a breath in, we'll get that bit of height again. And we're going to step our right foot around behind us into a downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Sway the hips side to side. Notice left side versus right side. Probably particularly of the legs and hips. How do they feel? How do they compare? Taking an inhalation, we'll drop both knees onto the floor, and an exhalation, move through to child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Again, noticing left side versus right side, but also the flow of the breath here, noticing the flow of the breath. Taking an inhalation, we'll come up to our tabletop, and we'll bring this time our left leg around in front and our right leg out behind. So we're looking at the knee of the left leg over the left heel and a nice angle down the right leg there. Taking a breath in, we've got length along our spine, and as we exhale, we're shifting the weight back, straightening out the left leg, left toes to the sky. Inhale, shift the weight forward, plant that left foot, open the chest, length through the crown. Exhale, shift it back, draw the belly in. You can take those hands back with it. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, over the right knee. As we come forward this time, we will stay. So shift that weight forward. Take a breath in and out. And then as we take a breath, we will bring ourselves up onto the knee. So press the knee, lift the torso up, tailbones drawing under. Left sit bone moving back, right hip bone moving forward. And we can go hands in front of the heart, lift the heart up to the hands. You can even take the hands up overhead. We'll bring our hands together in front of the heart on an exhale. Lift the heart up into the hands on an inhale, length through the spine. And then as we exhale, we're twisting to the left side, so right elbow onto the left knee. Keep those hands pressing into each other. Twisting here. Solid, strong. Take a breath in, we'll untwist. And breath out, both hands are coming down on the inside of the left foot. Left hand's planting, take a breath in, and the right hand moves up as we open ourselves out to the right side. Opening through the right hip, the front of the right thigh, right up through the waist, into the chest. And on an exhalation, bring the right hand down, one hand either side of the left foot, and we're moving through to a down dog. So we'll take the left toes under, lift the the right knee up off the floor, and we'll take that left foot back to meet the right. Moving into a downward facing dog, take a breath. Left leg versus right, how do they feel? Any differences? Spot the difference, if any. Taking little steps forward, we'll bring our feet towards our hands. As we breathe out, little bend in the knees as we fold down towards our legs. Breath in, sweep the arms out, come all the way up to the sky. And exhale, moving through to our Tadasana. We'll take a moment to just connect in with our breath. One hand at the chest, one at the belly. Shut the eyes down, feel the flow of the breath. Bringing the arms back by the sides as we open up the eyes, and we'll breathe in, reach to the sky, breath out, we're folding at the waist all the way down. Let the head drop. Inhale, we take our little halfway lift, draw those shoulder blades in, crown the head forward. Exhale, plant the hands, and we're stepping the right foot back out behind us. So here we are lunging on our high lunging on our left knee forward, left leg forward, left knee over left ankle, right leg out behind us, lifting out through the right heel. So solid, press down. Breathe in, we can come up onto the knee, take the tailbone down. You can bring the hands in front of the heart, lift the heart up into the hands. And eventually, we'll end up with the arms up overhead. Now this is that bit where we do the little kicks. Okay, so take a big breath in, breath out, weight comes into the left foot. We sweep the arms behind us as we lift that right knee up in front. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, hinging at the waist, we'll step the right foot behind. Breath in, hands up overhead, breath out, kick. Breath in and breath out, we step back. Breath into the sky, breath out, kick. Take a breath in and exhale, step it back. Let's got one more, breath in, reach up. And breath out, we're kicking. Breath in here. And breath out, step back. Okay, Then, oh that's right, I know what we're doing. We're going to straighten out through our left leg a little, step our right leg slightly forward so that both legs are planted and both legs are straightish. Hips squaring forward, left sit bone behind, reaching behind, left hip bone reaching forward. So it's going to square our hips up. Hands can be on the hips or behind, clasping the elbows or in our prayer. Breath in and we're nice and tall up through the spine, and as we breathe out we're folding at the waist, keeping those legs working and keeping the back straight as we're folding down. Keep breathing here. Solid into both legs. Breathe in, we'll lift back up and out. Release the arms. Bending into our left knee, and we'll take our right foot away from us again. And we're coming down to lizard. So length through the spine. Drop the hands down inside of the left leg. In fact, the left foot might even move a little heel toe towards the left side. And we're long from the right heel to the crown of the head. Open through the chest. Feeling length through the front of the body. Hip flexors, up through hip flexor of the right side and up through the abdominals, up through to the chest. And then we're solid down through our legs. Press into both feet. Breathe in and we'll come onto the left knee. Inhale, bring hands in front of the heart, lift the heart up to the hand, and exhale, we're twisting to the left side. So right elbow onto left thigh. If you need to here, we can always drop down that right knee. So we take a couple of breaths. And then the super tricky part. We'll take a breath in, we'll untwist. Keep the hands in front of the heart. We're taking the weight into our left leg. As we breathe in, lift that right leg up off the floor. As we find ourselves in our warrior. Hands might come to hips or out to the side here. Then we're taking our Hatha Chandrasana, our half moon pose. So we could drop our left hand towards the floor or onto our block if we've got one. And we open our right hand up to the sky or onto the hip as we try and open a little bit towards the right. And then we're going to step our right foot down. And we're rotating our right toes around out to the right side, bringing the hands on the inside of the left leg. So we straighten out our left leg, and we can use our block here if we like. But on the inhale, we're going to take our right hand up to the sky as we open out to the right in our triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. Gaze might be up to the right hand, down to the left foot, or out to the side, whatever feels comfortable. And then using an exhalation, we'll bring our right hand down, bend into the left knee, shift that right leg away a little deeper, and we're coming down into a lower lizard. So think about bringing your shoulders down in line with the left knee. Lengthening away. We might even drop the elbows onto the floor maybe onto a block, as we lengthen through the crown of the head and out through the heel of that right leg. Couple more breaths, and then we will plant those hands, drag the left foot back to meet the right in our downward facing dog. Whatever you'd like here, so maybe a little bit of a sway or a walk of the dog. Maybe you'll just be still, feeling to the left side versus the right. But we'll take a good 5 breaths here. And then we'll bring our knees onto the floor. So take a breath in, lower the knees down to the earth. And untuck the toes, exhale, and we'll drop down to a child's pose. So resting down upon the legs, let the forehead drop. So maybe it'll drop down to the earth. Maybe it'll just hang. So we've got length through the back of the neck. Connecting with your breath here. Take the hands for a little walk to the left side. So we just lift up with the torso a little bit. We come over the left thigh a little bit and take the hands out to the left. Press the right palm down a little bit stronger than the left. Just give it a bit of awareness and pressure into the earth. As we breathe here, slow and smooth and steady, but feel the breath particularly through the right side of the rib cage. And press the hands down, lift up a little, we'll move through, take a couple of breaths back in the centre. Press the hands down as we lift a little, walking over to the right side. As we come over our right thigh a little, soften back down, awareness and attention into that left palm. Press it to the earth a little bit strongly. Feeling the breath through the left side. From the hip to the fingertips. Little pressure through the hands into the floor. Walk it back around to the centre and we'll surrender down. A couple more breaths. And then we'll walk the hands back as we lift up the torso, and we'll come around to be comfortably seated. So if you would like something under the bottom to be comfortably seated, then please do that. But we're sitting comfortably, and just going to do a little pranayama practice, our Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breath. So we'll take our right hand and draw the little finger and the ring finger in towards the palm. We rotate this hand around to face the face. Our right thumb is going to control our right nostril, and the inner part of the ring finger is going to control the left nostril. So have your hand held in position, but just away from the face a moment. Close the eyes. Feel the flow of the breath through the nostrils. Soften the belly. Length up through the spine. Take a nice big breath in. Bring the hands up so that the pointer and middle finger rest upon the third eye. Take a breath out through the mouth. Close off the right nostril. Breathe in through the left. Ring finger closes the left as the right opens. We breathe out of the right. Breathe into the left nostril. The right nostril, sorry, I'm confused. Breath out through the left. That's one round. Let's try that again. Breathing in through the left nostril. Breath out through the right nostril. Breath in through the right nostril. Breath out of the left. Breathing in through the left nostril. Out through the right. In through the right. Out through the left. In through the left. Out through the right. In through the right. Out through the left. I'll be quiet. Let's do 2 more rounds. As you finish your last round, keep the eyes closed. Bring the hands down so we've got both hands resting, perhaps on the legs or in the lap. Keep breathing through the nose and just feel any space that you created, possibly through the brow, or perhaps there's a bit of energy sitting around the eyes. And if you can, keep the eyes closed and move down to the Shavasana, then please do, or just gently opening the eyes just a little. We're going to lie down on our backs. Let those legs stretch away. Feet are wider than the hips. Toes are pointing out. Arms by the side. Palms facing upward. Chin draws in. Make yourself comfortable. Use your breath. Surrender to the floor. We've got 3 breaths here in the nose, nice and big and full, and out of the mouth. 3 of those. And as we're breathing out, think about the body dropping down to the earth. And then let the breath flow through the nose. Allow the body to drop down into the earth. Let gravity hold you here. Know that to lie here on the floor, we don't need to do any work. So allow all the different muscles within the body to soften. Melting down deeper and deeper with each breath out. Feel the breath flowing through the body. And if you want to stay here for longer, please do. But if you want to finish with me, take a breath in, wiggle into the fingers and toes. Bend the knees, roll onto your side, take some breaths here. Slowly press the hands into the earth and bring yourself up to be seated. Hands coming together in front of the heart. Lift the heart up to the hand. And we'll close our practice with the chanting of 3 Oms. Let's take a breath together first in the nose and out of the mouth. Then our Oms. Namaste. And thank you. I hope that your hips don't hate me